Welcome to Chief of Party to Chief of Party, Success in Your First 90 Days. As you navigate the USAID landscape for the first time or seek to sharpen your skills, we're here to provide the guidance you need to address the unique challenges of this role. Host Donna Vincent Roa, an experienced Chief of Party, will inform and inspire your journey.
Welcome to the pivotal first 90 days of your leadership role as Chief of Party on a USAID-funded project, where the challenges you face will set the stage for your tenure. Hi, I'm Dr. Donna Vincent Roa, and today we're going to talk about the complexities of managing in a crisis environment. Your role as a Chief of Party is comparable to that of a CEO, with the added complexities of geopolitical factors, development imperatives, and also sustainability concerns. In this diverse and dynamic environment, crisis management, or Chiefs of Party, is an inevitable aspect of the job. Now, we have to think of ourselves as the leader, and in this case, it's the leader of a high-tech startup, navigating the delicate balance between rapid innovation and the robustness of systems. Your mandate is to scale the impact effectively, much like scaling a business, while proactively addressing the vulnerabilities that may threaten your project's success. The essence of your leadership is going to be tested in your ability to anticipate, to prepare for, and to respond to crisis. Strategic foresight is critical in this regard, and it's going to involve building a comprehensive risk matrix, much like a business would, to understand and prepare for potential disruptions. The matrix that you use should actually guide the development of your mitigation strategies and also inform your team about the possible scenarios and then the appropriate responses in a crisis setting. As always, your leadership must be adaptive. It's got to be characterized by flexibility and the ability to pivot in the face of new information, much like that tech CEO would do in response to rapidly shifting market trends. Now, implementing agile methodology in your project management is going to allow for rapid iteration and course correction without compromising the mission's integrity. For any Chief of Party, when crisis hits, decisiveness is key. This is where we need to establish clear protocols for decision-making and then empower our team to take all of the necessary actions to respond in this crisis situation. Decisions, well, those should be data-driven, and they should also adhere to ethical standards of USAID and your stakeholders, ensuring that your actions are both effective and accountable. As I've said in previous episodes, transparent communication is the cornerstone of any project, and it's critically important for effective crisis management. As the central source of truth for your team and all of your stakeholders, your communication should be clear, consistent, and transparent. This not only manages expectations, but does something more important. It builds trust. It also builds confidence. This is the kind of thing that's necessary for successful leadership in crisis situations. Building resilient systems is also akin to creating a safety net for your project. Strong financial controls, for example, supply chain redundancy, and even team capacity building are all important components that contribute to your project's ability to withstand crises. These kinds of resilient systems form the backbone of sustainable impact, enabling your project to deliver its intended outcomes even in adverse conditions. This is where collaboration with stakeholders is essential for a Chief of Party. Your ability to engage with a diverse group of individuals and organizations, from local officials to community leaders to international donors and beneficiaries, all of your stakeholders will determine the success of your project. A collaborative approach in a crisis setting ensures that stakeholders are invested in your project and they're supportive throughout for both your successes and the challenges you might face. And finally, reflective practice is crucial after a crisis. You might ask, what does this involve? Well, first, you need to analyze your team's response to understand the efficacy of your actions and then to identify other areas for improvement. I find that reflection not only strengthens your project's resilience, but it also enhances your team's ability to navigate those future challenges that you might face. As you step forward in your role, also embrace the principles of servant leadership. This is where you prioritize the needs of your projects and its beneficiaries. This is where you can achieve sustainable change, where you bring a blend of humility, confidence, empathy, assertiveness, and always a balance of strategic and tactical acumen. Your journey as Chief of Party is about leading with vision and strategy. This means being adaptable, being decisive, and certainly communicating transparently. Building resilient systems, fostering collaboration, that's also important. And finally, always engaging in reflective practice. These are the hallmarks of a leader who can not only manage crisis, but also use them as opportunities for growth and enhanced impact. Join us on this exploration of crisis leadership in the complex landscape of our work, and be that leader that redefines what it means to lead with resilience and strategic ability. I'm Dr. D. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Thank you for tuning in to Chief of Party to Chief of Party, Success in Your First 90 Days, your go-to source for insightful, actionable guidance that can shape the success of your project. Let's continue to drive change and create impact, one USAID-funded project at a time.